this since the finals lost to you guys. What has kind of stood out to you each step of the way in terms of, especially Jalen and Jason, the way they're kind of growing as leaders of that offense?
When you reach the road up until the 22 finals, they'd obviously gotten a couple Eastern Conference finals. They're younger. Fell short a couple times, and then obviously we got them in that final. They stayed motivated, hungry. You always take those moments and understand you have to get better, and they've done that. And they obviously added two pieces with Drew and KP didn't play tonight, but the way that they've been playing, they seem very sure of themselves and their identity and who they are. So you give them credit. They came out and whooped us tonight from the jump. And it was one of those perfect storms of just a rough night on our end and them taking it to us. So, they've elevated their game, and you got to give them credit.
Have you noticed one particular area of growth or something they've just kind of figured out, to have a performance like this against you guys?
No, it's just mostly connecting both sides of the ball. They obviously play a physical style, and then they know how to space and, what shots they're trying to create. It seems like they have confidence no matter who has the ball in their hands. So, like I said, it's an identity and a confidence in how you play every night. You can feel it with certain teams, and certain teams don't have it. And they've obviously, you don't win 11 in a row in an accident, so they're tough.
From their growth, in your perspective, how much does losing in the finals reignite your drive?
That's obviously one of the worst feelings in the world. We've gone through it twice, and you understand everything that goes into winning at the highest level, getting through an 82-game schedule, the amount of focus and consistency you need to have. So it definitely is a motivator. I know, again, they didn't work out last year, and they're hungry again. So the league is it's competitive at the top. They have a history that they want to kind of overcome, and they're playing well right now. So it's definitely whatever motivation they've taken away from that, it shows.
What happened with the knee in Toronto? What happened with the knee in Toronto?
I landed on it in the first half at some point, but just a little bang.
Was it on the play where you got hit on the three?
No, it was when I lost the ball and I got it back and JK dunked it, towards the end of the second quarter, I think it was.
Did you have any doubt you'd play today?
No, just because you just want to make sure it didn't swell up any more than it already did, but I woke up this morning, it was in a good spot when I just had to test it to see if I could not feel any pain when I was out there, and that's how it went. So it's a good decision to play just based on how I felt.
I think you only ended up playing 16 minutes. Is that how much of an off day, half off day does it feel like when you only play, a half?
No, it still feels like a game because you got to do all your preparation stuff, and even the 16 and 17 minutes I played, it was physical, and you're trying to find any type of life out there. But we do have 2 days off before another back-to-back, so got to take advantage of that rest.
3-1 on the trip. Just any big takeaways from how you guys played overall?
It sucks because the way this game went, how quickly it got away from us, there's a temptation or a tendency to just let that define our trip. But if you told us coming into these 4 games to go 3-1 before we, got back home, you take that, it's just you can wash this one down the drain, but you have to remind yourself of the level that we need to get to if we're going to try to, again, be a team that's a serious threat, at the end of the year. So Boston's been showing who they are for this winning streak that they're on pretty much all year. They've played at a consistently high level. We got to get there. But yeah, it was a great trip.
Do you believe you're close to that point, getting there?
Yeah, You just have to realize, we have a very thin margin, and we've, put ourselves in a position where we can have a full sprint to the finish line and still continue to make up some ground. And once you get into the playoffs and you have a series in front of you and you understand who your opponent is and can go through all the preparation and stuff, we've been good in those scenarios. You just got to get there. That's the big picture of, do we think? Yeah, we think we can get there. Take it day at a time, and that's where we're at.
Everyone said you guys tried a different defense. Kind of came up with that like earlier this afternoon, the tryout against them. What kind of inspired that, and was it something about the Celtics that you guys wanted to try something different against them, or what kind of led to that?
It was a kind of a joint decision. Coaching staff, obviously the leaders on the team, to try something different based on how they've been playing at a high level, and you want a team that has that many threats. You try to find some weak spot to see if it'll throw them off a little bit. Obviously, it didn't work, and it affected our offense a little bit tonight. So, no regrets on how we approached it, and again, a good learning lesson for us to, take the hit that we took tonight, but not let it linger into another game, because we've been on the whole playing some solid basketball. So again, washed it down the drain pretty quickly.
When you say it impacted the offense, like how does that?
When you have a creative idea and it doesn't work, and you're taking the ball out of the basket, and they're hitting 10 threes in the first quarter, like that's what we used to do to teams, and it's kind of demoralizing, especially on the road when a shot that you're comfortable giving up or whatever the case is, they're taking advantage of it. So then you feel like you have to play home run basketball on the other end to try to make it up, and that's where the momentum shift just kept going their way, and it seemed like then every little play goes their way, and you look up and you're down freaking 40. So it's one of those nights.
Steph, did you feel that some players maybe brought something about 2 years ago about the finals to the game today?
I don't know what they talked about in their locker room. We've played them, 4 times since, so I'm sure that narrative's gotten old, but they're the best team in the league right now, and they play like it. So, we have a nice gap to try to make up if we want to be that type of team down the stretch of this season. But you give them credit; they played their ass off, and it was tough to watch from the other side for sure.